The morning at Forrester Creations began like any other models prepped. Assistants buzzed through hallways, and the Logan sisters hovered in the executive suite debating campaign strategies. Brooke was sharp as ever, defending her brand with relentless energy. Donna, by contrast, was subdued, distracted. Katie had noticed for days that something was wrong, but Donna said nothing. She simply nodded, smiled, and stayed out of the way. Then the envelope arrived, and marked, "No return address," hand-delivered to the front desk with only one instruction, to Eric Forrester Confidential. Eric opened it in his office, alone. Inside was a single-page letter typed in black ink. No signature, no threats, just facts. 20 years ago, Donna Logan had a child with Nick Marone. She gave birth in Texas. The child was left in the care of extended family. The Logans buried the truth. Nick returned to Los Angeles. "Ask him." Eric read the words twice, then a third time, before dropping the letter on his desk like it was made of fire. At first, he thought it was some sick joke. But the nomadic Marone wasn't random. And the tone wasn't tabloid. It was surgical, intimate, real. Eric confronted Donna quietly, hoping it wasn't true. She froze. Her eyes welled. But she didn't deny it. She couldn't. And when Brooke walked in, demanding to know what was happening, Donna finally confessed. "Yes, it's true," she said, voice cracking. "Nick and it was years ago. It wasn't meant to last. I got pregnant. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. So I left the baby with Aunt Helene in Texas. Our parents helped keep it quiet. I thought I was protecting everyone. The room went cold." Brooke's face twisted into rage. "You had a baby and never told anyone." "Not me. Not your own son. I didn't know how," Donna said. "I thought I'd ruined everything you did," Brooke snapped. Eric said nothing. He stood slowly, gripped the desk with both hands, and looked at Donna like he'd never seen her before. Then he clutched his chest and collapsed. The scream from Brooke echoed through the floor. Ridge was the first to reach them, then Katie. An ambulance was called. Paramedics rushed Eric out on a stretcher. Ridge followed, silent, jaw clenched. Brooke stayed behind, staring at Donna like she was a stranger. The media got wind within hours. Rumors spread Eric Forrester hospitalized, Logan family scandal unfolding, Nick Marone seen returning to Los Angeles. Nick didn't deny it either. When he walked into Forrester the next day, he didn't flinch. "I came back because of the letter," he told Ridge. "Because someone out there wants the truth. And for once, I'm ready to tell it." He called a press conference. Brooke tried to stop him, begged him to keep it quiet for Eric's sake. But Nick was done with secrets. Yes, he sat into a wall of microphones. "Donna Logan and I had a relationship. We were young. We made a mistake. But a child was born. A son. I didn't know until later. She didn't want my help. I stayed away. But I know now that was a mistake too. His name is Leo. He's 20. And he deserves the truth." The fallout was immediate. Forrester's stock wavered. Reporters hounded Donna. Katie withdrew from the public eye. Hope and Steffi were blindsided, questioning how much of their family's empire was built on buried lies. Meanwhile, Eric remained unconscious in the hospital. Brooke sat by his bedside day and night, blaming Donna for every breath he didn't take. Ridge stood outside the IQ window, arms crossed, watching the slow fall of everything his father had spent a lifetime building. He was furious. Not just at Donna, but at all of them for the secrets, the ego, the unending cycle of betrayal wrapped in designer fabric. Nick reached out to Leo in Texas. The boy knew a man was wary. He'd been raised believing he was abandoned for good. And now the father who'd never fought for him wanted a connection. It was complicated, emotional, raw. Donna, shattered, flew to Texas on her own. She knocked on the door of a house she hadn't seen into decades, her hands trembling. When Leo opened it, the resemblance was undeniable. Same eyes, same stubborn jaw. He stared at her like a ghost. "You left me," he said. "I know," she replied. "And I can never fix that. But I'm here. If you'll let me be." He didn't answer. He just closed the door. Back in LA, Eric finally woke up. But the damage had already taken root. He was lucid but changed. He looked at Donna with disappointment so sharp it cut deeper than rage. "You were my wife," he said. "You were my family. And you let me build a life with you on a lie." Donna tried to explain, tried to reach for his hand. He pulled it away. Brooke, sensing the opening, took over. She reinstated herself as spokesperson, restructured PR, and froze Donna out of all major decisions. Quietly, she convinced Ridge that Donna had to go. The board voted. Donna was removed from Forrester Creations. Publicly, it was described as a leave of absence. Privately, it was exile. Nick, now back in LA, tried to piece together a life that had never fully belonged to him. He invited Leo to visit. The boy came reluctantly. He met Brooke, met Ridge, met his grandfather Eric, who looked at him with cautious hope. "You don't owe me anything," Eric told him, "but you're still a Forrester." Whether you like it or not, Leo didn't answer. He didn't stay long. But before he left, he gave Donna one chance. "You want to be in my life?" he asks. "Then stop hiding. Tell the world." Not just the clean version, the real one. Donna did. She sat for a televised interview, alone. No PR. No prep. Just truth. "I was scared. I was selfish. I thought I was doing the right thing. But I wasn't. I failed my son. I failed the people who loved me. And I have to live with that." The interview went viral. Not because it was dramatic, but because it was real. Public opinion softened. Slowly. Reluctantly. And one day, Leo called. "Maybe I'll come back to LA," he said. "See what kind of mess this family really is." Donna cried for the first time in weeks. Eric, still weak, watched the clip from his hospital bed. He said nothing. But later, he asked Ridge to bring Donna to him. "Not because I forgive you," he said, "but because I still believe in second chances." Even when they hurt, the Logan name was stained. The Forrester empire shook. But something else had started too. Something honest. Something real. And for once, that might be enough to build from. The call came just after dawn. Eric Forrester, the patriarch, the legend, the architect of a fashion dynasty, was gone. Complications from the heart attack. Doctors said the damage had been too severe. He never fully recovered, and the emotional weight from Nick's confession had been the final blow. One moment, he was awake. The next, his heart gave out. The news spread through Los Angeles like wildfire. Brooke collapsed into Ridge's arms when she heard. Steffi sobbed in disbelief. Hope sat in stunned silence, gripping Eric's last handwritten note to her. But no one took it harder than Donna. She was in her car when Katie called. The scream that escaped Donna's lips wasn't loud, it was low, guttural, the sound of a soul breaking. She pulled to the side of the road, heart pounding, vision blurred, unable to breathe. Eric was gone. And the last thing he'd said to her, "I still believe in second chances." Even when they hurt, but she had hurt him. She had kept a child from him, from everyone. The funeral was held 3 days later on the Forrester estate, under the sycamore trees Eric always loved. Black filled the lawn like fog. Old rivals stood beside friends. Paparazzi buzzed from a distance, but the family closed ranks. This wasn't about the brand. This was about loss. Donna wore simple black. No diamonds. No makeup. She stood apart from the others, head down, broken. Brooke led the eulogy with Ridge. She barely acknowledged Donna. Katie placed a hand on Donna's shoulder light, quick, but even she couldn't hide the fracture between the sisters. And through it all, one young man watched from the distance. Leo. He hadn't planned to come. Not after the years of abandonment. Not after the headlines. But something inside him, curiosity, pain, blood drew him there. He kept to the edge of the crowd, hands in his jacket, eyes fixed on Donna. She saw him. Her breath caught. She didn't go to him. She couldn't. Not here. Not yet. After the service, Leo stood by Eric's grave long after the guests had gone. He hadn't known the man, but now he never would. A grandfather he might have learned from. A legacy he might have been part of. All lost because of one secret. Donna approached quietly. "I didn't expect you," she said. Leo didn't look at her. "I didn't expect to care." She nodded, silent for a moment. "I know I don't deserve anything," she said. "But if you ever want to talk, to yell, to ask me why, I'll be there." Every time. Leo finally turned. "I'm not here to forgive you." "Not yet, I know, but I didn't want you to be alone today." Donna's knees buckled at those words. Not from joy, from grief. The kind that finally forces you to feel what you've been running from for 20 years. She broke, and Leo caught her. Not with affection, with instinct, with blood. In the weeks that followed, the dynamic shifted. Donna stepped down from any public role in Forrester Creations. Brooke took full control of branding and media. Rich retreated emotionally, grieving in silence as he took over Eric's duties. The company mourned and recalibrated. But behind the headlines, behind the fashion, Donna began the hardest work of her life, rebuilding trust. She visited Leo in Texas. Quiet visits, coffee, apologies. She showed him photo albums from when she was pregnant, letters she had written but never sent, gifts she had bought and hidden away. "I wasn't brave enough to be your mother then," she said. "But I'm brave enough now." Leo didn't accept her right away. He didn't know how, but he didn't shut her out either. One night, he came to LA. Again. This time, unannounced. He showed up at the Logan family home. Brooke answered the door. At first, she hesitated. Then she stepped aside. He walked in, looked at Donna. "I'm staying for a while," she nodded, fighting back tears. "You can stay as long as you want." Slowly, Donna began introducing him to the family unit as a stranger. Not as a scandal, but as her son. Katie bonded with him instantly. Hope welcomed him without question. Even RJ, cautious and protective, grew to accept him. The media caught on. Another Forrester headline. Another twist in the endless drama. But this time, Donna didn't run. She didn't hide. She released a statement. Eric Forrester believed in redemption. "I failed him once. I won't fail again. My son, Leo, is part of this family." And he always was. Behind the scenes, Ridge arranged for Leo to shadow the business net because he had to, but because Eric would have wanted it. He placed him in design, then marketing, then distribution. The boy was smart, rough around the edges, but sharp, real. Forrester Creations would go on. The Logan name would survive. But Donna Logan had changed forever. She didn't laugh as easily. She didn't wear color for a long time. But she stood straighter. She didn't flinch anymore when people said her name. Because the truth was out. Eric was gone. But his belief in second chances lived on through the son she reclaimed and the life she was finally brave enough to face.